Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, May 13th at 8:40 p.m. This is our update today for Kristen. She actually had a really good day. She's doing so much better than the previous days. Chatty, glasses on, looking at her phone, which she's sort of been a bit too tired the last few days. No big changes today. Her hemoglobin has been stable, so no blood products today. No dialysis today. The plan is for dialysis tomorrow. She actually had about a half an hour of physio today in bed where they were moving her around and getting her moving, and she was actually quite receptive to that and actually wanted to do it, which is really nice to see because the last couple days she's kind of been, no one touch me, which has been very understandable. They've taken away her patient-controlled analgesia, so that's the button she could push if she has pain. They're just still giving her some shots. The plan is for tomorrow for the feeding tube to be taken out. So they're going to move her up in the diet and start letting her have full fluids and then actual food. So they had offered to take it out tonight, but she was still feeling a little bit nauseated. So chances are that tube that's in her nose that goes down to her stomach is going to come out in the morning. So those are the big things today. She's just been doing quite a bit better. She's still in the step-down unit on T8. And so she'll be probably there for a few more days. They just really want to watch. The one thing that did come up today is when they did her blood work this morning, like I said, her hemoglobin was stable, so we know she's not bleeding. But some of her clotting factors were coming back a little abnormal. So there's 3 clotting factors we look at when we do blood work. So one is called INR, one is called PTT, and one is fibrinogen. So her INR was up, which is a bit weird. We usually only see elevated INRs with people who have been taking warfarin, which is not a medication she's taken. And it was at 3, which is a bit high. Her fibrinogen was up as well. I think it was 9. That's elevated. But her PTT, which is the level you might see elevated when you're on heparin, was normal. But the problem with having those elevated for no reason is they think that it may be something called disseminated intravascular coagulopathy, or what we say abbreviate as DIC. Now, because she's had an infection, we know she's had the infection in that graft that was removed. She's had a lot of blood products. You can sometimes get DIC with that. So what happens is she has some clotting, which we know happened, and that clotting uses up a bunch of those clotting factors, which then makes her more prone to bleeding. And so to sort of mitigate that, they today gave her some vitamin K, which helps bring the INR down. So she did get some vitamin K today, and they're going to redo her blood work in the morning. She's not actively clotting. She has been feeling pretty good since they put in that IVC, that filter, to catch any clots. We know she does have that DVT. So I think the biggest thing right now is the infection that she had kind of, is stirring up a few things and she's having a few kind of weird blood work with it, but nothing that they're overly concerned about and anything abnormal they're treating. Nori?
No,
Questions?
that covers everything I was going to ask.
Yeah, so, I mean, the DIC thing is something they're just querying. It's not something that they've diagnosed her with, and it's something that they can treat kind of step by step. The amount of the clotting and then the infection and then the bleeding and all the blood products she has, I'm not entirely surprised. Some of her levels are going to take a little while to sort of realign. It's a lot for a body to process, so if you have any questions, please text Nori, post on Facebook, post under these videos, and we will do our best to answer, and we will update you tomorrow.